tell us while you're waiting, cause that's all. Having visions, playing with the Ouija board. Don't go near it, take a sip of alcohol. Talk with spirits, drop into the sunken floor. Broken image, take your life off me. I am trapped in a room, and that room is myself. I am trying to escape, man, I kick and I yell. See the people go by, oh, they all sounding wrong. Makes me wonder inside if this is what's on. I am trapped in a room, 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 I am trapped in my room.
Welcome, one and all. Welcome to the show. Greetings and salutations. My name is Talib, and I'm back. I told you, let's go. Day 2. We're gonna keep coming every day with something new, something interesting, something to learn, and just something have some fun. And remember, there is my other channel is the House of Strange Productions. I do production. I'm a cinematographer and a writer, director, actor, stunt coordinator. I do it all, right? And so you can go check out our other channel. You can check this. I got my special guest, my man. You might see we got the same name because that's my boy. Yeah, I got my son with me. Say what's up to the people.
Hello.
Hello, sir. What's the color of your energy?
Yellow. I almost forgot. I actually haven't said that in such a long time. I think you're the only person I've ever said that to that knew what song that was from.
Right. Yeah. You know, we got the same taste in music. Well, somewhat. You know, I would say yes, because even my son loves Japanese. What would you call it, son? What's the correct genre?
Japanese music, I guess.
I guess, right? I thought it was a particular, had a name. I didn't want to disrespect the music, but yeah, everything he plays in that genre, I end up liking, but I never go looking for it.
You know? Oh yeah, I remember the Scream song. That honestly just sounds like a black R&B song from the 90s, early 2000s. We were playing it in Arizona.
Oh yeah, right. Yep.
Even people were stopping you and saying, or like commenting, or complimenting the song.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they realized it was a Japanese song.
No, they didn't, because it sounds so good. You know what I mean? It's very interesting because until you put me onto it like that, outside of watching anime, the title music and the credit music,
Yeah,
it was very interesting hearing that. But I did like some of the female bands.
Oh yeah, I think the female Japanese rock bands are very underrated.
Yeah, super underrated. Yeah, dude. So like, what we're gonna do is, I had this video. I like to do the things where, my son, I brought him in. He's gonna be joining me here and there, and probably even more frequently, as he gets more adept and feeling like, yeah, I think I want to share my opinion, but I wanted to share this video. He's never seen it, and he's gonna give some of his personal feedback on it, what he thinks about it, and we're just gonna break down this video and how it could apply, and especially because I like to have videos where they always give you a practice, something you can tangibly do to test the theories of what they say yourself. So I like Chase Hughes. Chase Hughes is super big in the world of hypnotic modalities. He worked with the three-letter agencies. He's a master of these hypnotic modalities and these behavioral techniques. So he was dropping some more jewels. The last video was incredible. I really, Talib, I wish you was here to watch the video, because I love to see what you thought about what he had to say about the psyops happening right now, you know. But here we go. I'm gonna go over here, and there we go. We got it all set up for you. So Talib, anything you want to say before I get this started? Is your mic still there, man?
All right, hello.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to say before I get the video started? Because and I will pause it, you know. And if I'm going too long and there's something you want to talk about, just turn your mic on, say something, I'll pause it. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. No apologies. I have to make sure my dog didn't have to go to the bathroom. She was sitting in the door.
Oh, okay. No worries, man. I'm gonna start this video. Check this out.
Okay.
Every persuasion tactic that you will ever use is working because you are speaking the language of grief. And if you want to know what runs a human being, you don't look at their beliefs that people tell you to look at all the time. You look at their bruises. I want to give you this like decoder so you can really look at the human condition on your own and everybody else's. So you've been you in your own life.
I had to pause it right off the jump. Go ahead. Go ahead. I know you got something to say about that.
I want to hear a little.
A little bit more.
Yeah.
That was heavy about grief. That was heavy.
I think.
You've been trying to fix you.
You should go back a little bit right before you pause this.
All right, I'm gonna go back
Just to play it again.
Look at their bruises. I want to give you this like decoder so you can really look at the human being because you are speaking the language of grief. And if you want to know what runs a human being, you don't look at their beliefs that people tell you to look at all the time. You look at their bruises. I want to give you this like decoder so you can really look at the human condition on your own and everybody else's. So you've been you in your own life. You've been trying to fix your reactions, your triggers, but you have been working on symptoms instead of causes. And the absolute gut punch truth to this is every bad behavior is grief in disguise. So
okay. How'd that hit you?
I definitely agree with the last part, especially in my own whatever you taught me.
Mm-hmm.
Because anytime I do something, I guess I would classify as bad behavior. I don't agree with internally. The more and more aware of this, it does feel like conscious. It feels like I'm breathing, or it does agree.
It does, right?
I never looked at it. I don't think most people do. That you're actually trying to scare symptoms because your reaction to the symptoms of what's causing it. It's not the root problem. So already to jump. When I guess you try to turn over and yourself those things you say you need to fix, you're already at a disadvantage. but with attention.
Right. I can't even say anything. I'm perfect. All right, I'm gonna go back to the video. That was a jewel.
Okay.
First, I want to talk to you about this childhood triangle. You didn't just really grow up, and we're going to get into that, but you downloaded a program, and we call this the childhood development triangle if you've read the behavior ops manual, and it's 3 primal rules that you got downloaded into your body. And the first one is friends. Around the age of 8, you learned, will I be liked? And that code of will I be liked and what do I need to do to be liked started running in your head. And the second one was safety. Am I going to be okay? And the third script is reward. Am I going to be chosen by someone? So that's the childhood triangle. That's the entire nervous system architecture from age 0 to 10. That's
I keep giggling because so this is certain things. It's like, wait,
Yeah, sorry if I'm quiet. I'm like, wow. It's funny when you said from 8 years old because you said that that's where all of that thinking really starts in my mind.
Right? It's interesting how he's like, oh, friendship. You know what I'm saying? Will I be liked?
Right.
These things are shaping who we are before we even know who we are. Wow. All right, I'm gonna keep going. I'm not gonna pause too much. All right. If you want, I may pause once or twice more, but I could just let it go and we can get into the meat potatoes after if you want.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna have a lot to say. I'm like digesting a lot right now.
our architecture. Now, here's how it shows up for you today. And this is what I thought was probably going to punch you in the gut, if you're honest. I mean, some people aren't, and they're not ready for it, and that's okay. But here's how it shows up. You're 34, you're at work, your boss doesn't reply to an idea that you have, and your brain lights up like it is second grade and you didn't get picked for kickball. That's the reward side of the triangle. Or maybe your partner criticizes you or how you did something and you feel your whole body kind of like tense up or brace for something. And you're not pissed off, you're 7 and you're waiting to get grounded. And that's safety side of the triangle.
Dude, are you catching this? Young man, are you catching this? Is it not like going, how is this hit me hard, dude? I was like, wow.
It's making me reevaluate in my mind my most traumatic, I guess, like time period growing up, which is exactly when this stuff starts happening.
Yup. Right? It's nice to have something to go, oh, okay, I'm not crazy.
Yeah, and that makes sense. I assume a lot of people feel this way. I mean, I can speak for other people. Well, I can do whatever I say I do. Everything's what I say it is. But I assume a lot of people have felt what I felt growing up, or just throughout my life, like trying or consciously avoiding or trying to block out a certain part in your life or something that you feel you're holding on to and letting it go, but it just keeps coming back or your mind keeps going back to it.
Right.
If you're consciously doing it or not, at some point, like before, you're not conscious of the trigger.
No, you're not. Okay. Like I said, I won't pause it too much, but he hit it so hard on the head right there. I was like, okay, we got it.
So it's a thing to know, at least for me personally, that I'm not just going back to that point in my mind just because I'm choosing to hold on to it. I mean, that's part of every choice, but it's also where these thoughts started forming.
Right. And you think, oh, I'm grown now. But what does that really even mean? Right. Like,
right. Like I should be able to be an adult about it and let it affect me. Talking in a sense, like the average person.
But that's unrealistic. So that's why it's like we're putting ourselves in a position to fail and then giving ourselves a justification to the failure.
Oh, right. Anytime somebody tells me to set a goal now after what you told me, I don't like doing that. It makes me feel weird when I hear that. Like, no, that doesn't make any sense. You're already thinking the possibility that you won't your goal by setting a goal.
Everything in that goal that you set will become the very reason you never do it.
Right. It's a system that you follow, which will never lead where you want to anyway.
Yeah. Right. And that's purpose. Okay. I'm gonna get back to it. Because he's kicking right now.
Or you walk into a big party, you scan around the entire room and instantly feel unworthy. You're overanalyzing your posture, your body, your face, your tone, your laughs. And that's the friend side of the triangle that started when you were like 8. Or you think you're being emotional or insecure or too sensitive. You're not doing any of those things. You're running old software. It's the triangle that's kind of taken charge. But let me be blunt about this with actually understanding it. Overeating, somebody who like eats too much cheesecake, that's not about being hungry. That's about something else. If I'm overworking, working my ass off for no reason, that's not about ambition. And being a people pleaser, which every one of us either is one or knows one, that's not about being kind. All of that, every single bit of that is a younger version of you trying not to be left behind again. It's trying to prove their worth. And those 3 triangle needs. I need to be liked. I need to feel safe. I want to be chosen. So if somebody's acting irrational in your life, or even dramatic or emotionally unavailable, that's not a dysfunction like a lot of people would say. Psychologists would tell you there's dysfunction going on. That's an encryption of code. It's a script that they've learned in their life. But let's talk about this word that everybody here, all of us, we love to throw it around. It's a word called grown up. You hear this thing all the time. When I grow up, or the big classic one, you're a grown up now. You need to act like it. Let me just tell you something, in my estimation. That word is fake. It's a complete mirage. There is no such thing as a grown up. We use it like it is a destination. Like one day we hit a certain age, we get a job, maybe we've got kids, and boom, we're done growing. Game over. We've kind of like arrived at this little train station. That's bullshit. Age does not equal maturity. Responsibilities don't equal healing in any way. Having a mortgage doesn't mean you've made peace with an 8-year-old living inside of you who still flinches when somebody raises their voice nearby. And
Does that remind you of some people you know? Is something starting to add up in certain behaviors?
Yeah.
Wow.
One thing I've always thought this concept was ridiculous. That as soon as you hit 18 or 21, all of a sudden, I've matured to the level of people who are 35 or people who are actually got multiple decades period. And have seen the trends of an era. I never got there. I'm glad to know that psychologically that is true. Like, or I'm right for that's not how that works. Like you don't turn 13 or 21 or age and all of a sudden you're a grown up.
It's a made up place where no one's ever going to get to.
Right.
It limits you in growth because think about it. Grown up. What does that mean? What happens when you become a grown up? What do you stop doing?
Growing.
You see why it's hard for people to change?
Yeah.
Some people think they are grown up, so they think there's no more growing to do. You see why they say things like, you can't teach your old dog new tricks.
Right.
I'm too old. I can't change.
Yeah. Or what I would actually add on to what you just said. Like one thing I've thought of recently, or anytime I've heard it, is that when people don't change. I think it's ridiculous. After we talked and my own experience this past 5 years, you're always changing. You are absolutely always changing. If you are doing something different, doesn't matter what it is, you're transferring it to another version of yourself. Like in my mind, for a year by and you didn't change at all. Absolutely in any way before, not even a little bit. I don't think it's possible.
Well, I don't think it's possible for total non-change to occur, but I do understand what it means for people to be stuck. Right? And some behaviors, uh, uh, if you don't change them, they don't change, right? Or meaning the environment or someone else around you will change it for you, right?
Right.
But I agree with everything you're saying. Like, spot on. I agree with that. You know, the only thing I would add on to what you said is that some people choose not to change.
I agree.
Right? It's not that they can't change, it's that they choose not to change. Right?
Right.
They're set in their familiar patterns. But that doesn't mean they can't change, or they like they're broken. Like, hey, that guy's just fully incapable of changing ever, even if he wanted to. Like, no,
Right.
I don't think that is the case. But I do agree with you about the change part too. Like, yeah, some people don't want to change. They like it. And I think when you get say when you begin to work on yourself, you begin to be okay with someone liking that, and you won't feel the need to change them.
Right.
Man, he dropping jewels. I'm gonna bring this one back. Okay.
Okay.
And I get peace with an 8-year-old living inside of you who still flinches when somebody raises their voice nearby. And I guarantee you go on social media right now, you'll see a 47-year-old man have a full-blown temper tantrum meltdown because someone cut him off in traffic. And you'll see maybe a 33-year-old woman spiral out for 3 days because her friend didn't invite her out. That's not immature, it's very rational. They're just not done growing, and neither are you. We use grown-up as an excuse to stop evolving and to stop looking at ourselves and looking in the mirror a little bit, to stop learning how our past is still running our present day life. We put on a suit or a nice dress, we drive to work, we lead a bunch of Zoom meetings, we post about self-care bullshit and boundaries, then we go home and avoid our own emotions like wild animals. And the systems around us love that stuff. The world is built for us to perform adulthood, to fake like I've got my shit together, so all the other people at the country club think I do. Here's the one thing I think that nobody will ever tell you. The body's going to keep growing whether you like it or not, but the soul, your soul, whatever you think it is, whatever you want to define that as, it stops growing the minute that you pretend that you have arrived somewhere. Now, I think there's only two types of people, those who are still growing and those who are pretending not to need it. So you weren't born to graduate from any of this, just to evolve. And that's what all of this stuff is about. I want you to just write this one phrase down if you're taking notes. This one phrase: behavior is an encrypted grief file. So your job is to become the decryption key or the decoder ring for that. So here's the exact process, how I spot the triangle in other people and in myself. Step 1, listen for disproportion. So when the reaction is way bigger than the situation, that is grief. If a reaction is bigger than the situation, if somebody snaps because they've been left out of a group chat, that's the friends triangle. If they panic when plans change at the last minute, that's safety. If they freak out or over-explain or fish for a bunch of praise after they do something that's helpful, that's reward. So that's step 1. Step 2, ask yourself, what are they afraid to lose? Or what am I afraid to lose? So that is the triangle's engine. Everything that you might call a problem behavior, everything is just a defense mechanism keeping some kind of loss at bay. So step 2, what are they afraid of losing? And step 3, speak to the loss instead of the logic. And I have met countless therapists who speak to the logical side of that and tell you how illogical some of these fears are, some of these beliefs are. Speak to the loss instead of the logic. These people don't need some kind of fix. They need a translator. I want that to really sink in. They're not needing a fix, they're needing a translator. So if you want to stop your own little triangle, this is what I do with my one-on-one clients. When you notice any kind of little reaction in yourself, you say this out loud. Who is it inside of me that's trying to be liked or safe or rewarded right now? And just wait. You're gonna feel it. You will feel it. It's a younger version of you, and they're gonna answer. And let them be scared. Let them be scared. Don't try to fix anything. Just listen. And they're gonna say, I'm scared. They're gonna say all this other shit. But I want you to say, I see you, but I've got you now. That's it. So if somebody's feeling left out or something like that, you just have to say, hey, you don't need to prove anything. You've already been picked. Everything's good. So what if I told you this whole time, you maybe signed up for this stuff, or maybe half of you are here because there's some kind of desire for improvement, some kind of desire for, I need to fix myself. I think 99% of the self-help stuff out there is, I think it's just BS. I think it's not real. And I don't think it produces something tangible. And most therapies shouldn't take more than an effing decade to work. If it worked, it wouldn't take more than a decade, ever. It shouldn't take more than a week. So what if I told you this whole time, all the stuff you've been trying to improve, this like self-improvement stuff, none of that stuff you're trying to fix is broken. It's just grieving. And what if all these difficult people in your life, and I say difficult with a big quote around difficult, they're not being irrational. They're just never given words to explain what the hell is missing. There's a frickin' hole, like a cancer is removed from their body, or like an organ is missing, and they don't have any words for it, and they don't know what's going on until somebody like witnesses them. So it's the key to a person's soul and to yours. But I don't want you to ever use this to fix anybody. Use it to just understand. Same with yourself. Don't try to fix anything. The one way that I described it 2 weeks ago, and I'll leave you with this one comment. Everyone, including you, has ghosts that are waiting and begging to go to sleep, to go back to sleep.
Oh, wow. What you think, man? How you felt about that?
I honestly feel like everyone's always talking to me, like trying to find a way to express that. Doesn't sound very good. Okay, like a couple of days, I was looking out like an in my head. That's what I listen to a lot of music. Eventually, like rock, or I'll play like really create anime things in my head, like a video editor, and then putting my orients. But I've always used when I'm doing like my childhood to create, and some from what we were doing. We were starting manga.
Mm-hmm.
But 3 years ago, the scene I was thinking about was kind of describing. No, not exactly. It was like me, but trying to be a younger version of myself out of my conscious, and just like the current version being accepting that younger version of me feels well, and that's no longer the case. I don't know. When he said that, he was expecting your 8-year-old version of anxiety.
Right. That was deep.
Like it sounded really close to what I was already.
Yeah, that inner child. Remember when we did the EFT stuff for the 7-day tapping, and how those thoughts came up and those old memories started to surface, things you forgot about.
Yeah.
And you started saying, oh wait, that's connected to this, that, and the third, Yeah, that's what it's all about. Man, that was crazy. I see. I feel like that's more of like when people sit there and watch a video and share it. I think for me, like that's the kind of stuff I want to be a part of sharing,
Right.
Like something profound that'll be like, oh, okay. And I think that video describes interactions with certain people I've interacted with throughout my life, and understanding, and even myself, just like some of my own experiences and even your experiences and the things that we went through. We didn't have it easy.
Yeah.
So, dang, that was hard. I was gonna. I had this other video, man, that was so crazy. I don't know if I'm gonna show that, but since we do film stuff too, I thought that since they did come out with the conformity gate, maybe you wanted to talk a little bit about the Stranger Things and maybe how you felt about that whole thing. But then I started hearing what we just did, and I started thinking like, man, I don't know if I want to go there now. That was so brain rattling.
Yeah, that made me start evaluating like my entire thought process.
Yeah, it's some things. It's like I wanted to get you, like I got you out. I'm like, oh, I got one more for you, man. I would love to get. Notice I don't really. I'm glad to have you on here. So like to hear your perspective is even for the audience is great, because there's enough people in my age bracket saying these things too, and it's nice to hear from your age bracket, you in your 20s. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and, you have a different experience. You're here in a different world than I was when I was that age and younger.
True. Although ironically, we shared a lot of the same experiences.
That is very true. That is very true. I can't argue with you on that. You nailed it. I disagree.
I'm learning about this, or the more of this you're showing me or sharing with me, I'm realizing that my thought process is growing up is really necessary, because I felt not bad, but I guess grief or sad that, and I've always felt people that didn't really show that they care about each other on a genuine level, just like everyone. But I know looking back that counts towards my personal experiences and what I went through. That amplified me thinking that way. Just kind of rolling out your things to show that that's not true. But the more I'm realizing it didn't matter, because I'm thinking about people's responses to me now and how they talk, like what he was talking about. And I'm realizing it's not even personal. Like he said, everyone's around those kid did everyone something. And I've always even with this growing up, you can't judge any one thing. Everyone's got circumstantial situations or something that happened that led to this. It didn't happen.
Right, and now you know that's because you learned to take things in on the emotional spectrum.
Right.
Now think about some of the people that learned on the physical spectrum. They may not see so deeply into it.
Right. I think that's what's caused a lot of confusion or disconnect from me feeling towards other people around growing up. Because I did a 50-50 split on it. Teaching emotionally and physically.
Right. You got a 50-50 on there. Somnambulist, young somnambulist. Sounds like something to the Jedi, right? It's a somnambulist. Oh, no.
It does.
So, like, listen, I had this other video I showed the other day. I was going to show you some of it just to get your opinion. But this guy is sort of like what I'm teaching in a way, but not what I'm teaching. But he goes a little deeper into certain things. But he does this in a very, I don't even know what's the word. He's coming like, he's speaking to you like, let me talk to your nephew. You know what I mean? Like he got game, and he's spitting bars like he sounded like he must have rapped back in the day or something.
Oh, well, what is he talking about?
Oh man, things that he wish he learned before he was 37.
Mm-hmm.
But you'll hear the neural linguistic programming in it.
Okay.
Check this out.
You love the comfort I put. A woman told me she loved me. I responded, I think what you mean is you love the comfort I afford you. Her response spoke volume. She said, well, what do you mean when you say you love me? Like the idea that love meant more than comfort was absurd. Like ain't been hard since. That was the moment I realized she only understood comfort, not love. And here's the part I could not dodge. As much as I've grown in business and how I communicate, as a father, as a partner, as a coach, as a man, all of that progress gets drowned out by the negative aura of poor company. If you think growth in one area excuses avoidance in another, you already lost, because the weakest pattern often sets the tone. Here's what 2025 forced me to confront. Growth does not fail loudly. It fails quiet. It fails through association. It fails through what you tolerate sitting next to you while you calling yourself disciplined. When you grow in one direction, but unconsciously keep relationships that stabilize the old version of you, you do not regress. You stall. You hover.
Are you feeling the bars already? Are you feeling those? Okay, he's gonna say some things that gonna infallibly make some people have to be honest with themselves.
Yeah.
Right. But whenever you hear something that you want to make a comment, just say pause it. Okay.
Okay.
All right, and I'll pause it, because don't feel like, oh, he's going. I'll just keep going. No, stop me, because if you got a thought, I want you to share it.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna have mine muted so I can switch between and do, handle the technical part, but I'll quickly unmute. So I'm gonna go back to it.
Okay.
You circle the runway and never land. I thought love was something you felt. Turns out love is something you can define. And if you cannot define it, you will accept the cheapest version available. The exchange I told you about was not about sex. It was not about standards. My body clocked what my mouth had been negotiating for years. Here's the uncomfortable part. The nervous system don't care how much money you make, how articulate you sound, or how many people call you wise. It only cares about safety and familiarity. Mary Ainsworth put this into perspective with attachment theory. People bond to what feels predictable, not what is healthy.
Wow.
People bond to what? What's predictable, not what's healthy.
I've got to agree with that. Wow.
Is it? Hey, is it making you look? Is it making you look? It made me look. If I was at the end of it, like, wow, I found even some more answers. This is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you want to say something, just let me know. Okay, I'll mute my mic so it doesn't double ring or anything. Okay.
Okay.
Familiar dysfunction feels safer than unfamiliar growth. Translation: your nervous system will choose a known hell over an unknown heaven every time. I realized something brutal. You can do the work and still keep people around you who benefit from you not honoring your growth. They do.
That I just had to point it out, because that's exact. I've also noticed you always tell me these things first, and then you find someone saying it, and then like I'm really impressed. Like you're always happy that someone else saying it, and learns new from it. But in my mind, it's like yeah, that's true. That's insightful. But Dad told me this 5 years ago. Like he literally says exactly that. Exactly that. This only cares about what is familiar. Like he said, it's familiar help. Which I understand exactly what that means now. After being out of it, that I was even in it. That makes a lot of sense. I could totally. I think that's the first step for a lot of people. Anyone watching this video, to be honest themselves, that it doesn't doing anything wrong. And I've noticed this. Some of my taking it that way. It doesn't wrong when you're choosing to be in this. It doesn't mean consciously you're saying I want to be unhappy. And you even exist me like that word. It just means that you've got great money and your nervous system. It does not work on a conscious level. You're saying something, and now it's different.
The subconscious, remember, 12% of your mind is your conscious mind. That's it. That's your will, your analyzing, your decision making. That's all reasoning. That's just 12%.
Right.
The program, that's subconscious, that's 88% of what's going on. So how is your 12%, I want to do this, going to outweigh the 88%? Like, hell no, I ain't going outside. I'm not going out there. You crazy? I'm not leaving this person. You nuts? Bro, that's powerful. I'll drop it. Just let me know when to stop, all right?
Okay.
Predictable, not what is healthy. Familiar dysfunction feels safer than unfamiliar growth. Translation, your nervous system will choose a known hell over an unknown heaven every time. I realized something brutal. You can do the work and still keep people around you who benefit from you not honoring your growth. They do not sabotage you on purpose. They just get uncomfortable when your standards stop matching their needs. That negative aura, it ain't mystical. It's behavioral gravity. It pulls you back into old rhythms without raising its voice. And here's the line that changed everything for me. If your environment requires you to shrink, explain, or self-edit your growth, it is not neutral. It is expensive. That is what 2025 taught me. If nothing inside you changes, you repeat yourself. But if nothing around you changes, your growth never gets heard. Family, if you working your ass off, stressing your ass off, or planning your ass off, but it still don't seem to get you nowhere, what if I told you it had nothing to do with willpower or discipline? There's usually an emotional pattern running in the background that's quietly messing with your decisions and your follow-through. Study after study confirms emotional intelligence is a performance factor most of us was never taught to account for. And those emotional blind spots are the real reasons you remain stuck, keep coming up short. I'm hosting a 90-minute live workshop where I help you identify the patterns that's actually disrupting your progress, and I'll get you clear on the next step you need to take so those emotional blind spots never cripple your potential again.
Check out my
you want to
link.
work
We
with
can
a
help
real
you
one.
too.
Link is in the description. One of the most painful things I had to face in 2025, if you got to trash one room to make another room look organized and presentable, you are not an organizer. You're an event planner. You do not have a consistent flow of maintenance. You just skilled in the chaotic art of presentation. Big difference. The realization embarrassed me because it described my life perfectly. I was showing people clean offices, clean frameworks, clean philosophies. Meanwhile, there was a closet in my life nobody was allowed to open. A drawer I kept shoving things into every time company came over. A mental garage full of emotional junk I kept promising myself I would get to later. Everybody got a junk drawer, but normalized trauma got us calling it storage. Most of us walking around calling ourselves disciplined are really just good at compartmentalizing. We move messes, we don't eliminate them. We shift chaos from visible to hidden and call that growth. Clinically,
Wow. And you also
What you said?
I was gonna say you've also word for word. People carve. Oh my god.
Compartmentalize. They just move things around. They don't ever actually deal with it. You know, that's a lot of very high, successful, organized people who are unhappy. Wink, wink. Have this issue. Right? But once again, like we said, you can't run from you, right? You're not gonna exercise is not gonna give you a healthy mind. Exercise is something that a healthy mind does. You're not gonna be able to reverse engineer yourself into a healthy mind from doing physical things. You may get some results, but they never last.
Right.
Unless you are really good with association and repetition, because that's how you program yourself when you drill in something. But I'm gonna get, because you said, wow, I had to stop. My bad. I'm gonna just get back to it. All right.
No, I see what you mean now. Like, this video is gonna make people have to be honest. Like I can totally see if you're not going to be honest with yourself about some of these things. Really, any of these things. You're probably not going to like it. You'll actually probably find yourself getting irritated.
You're gonna cut this off, or you're gonna disassociate and be like, yeah, that's everybody else around me.
Right.
You won't own or do any self-analyzing, because that means that's what high emotional intelligence. That's what intelligent people do. The Dunning-Kruger effect. You know what that is? I think I've explained that to you.
I don't remember that consciously.
It is what stupid people do that think they're smart. It's a term. It was created by two individuals that was by the name of Kruger and Dunning, and essentially what they discovered was that, you know how they say the more you know, the less you know.
Yeah.
Why is that? Because an intelligent person goes, the more that they begin to learn, the more they realize how much they don't know. Now, take that and put it in reverse, and you have a stupid person. The less you know, the more you
have to learn
to think you know.
Wait, say that again?
The less you know, the more you think you know.
Oh,
you get it?
Oh. Okay.
Are you starting to understand stupid people a little bit? Huh? They think they're smart because they know so little, and they think what they know is all there is to know.
Right. Oh. Okay. Wow, that explains a lot.
Right, which means they're incapable of knowing anything more, right?
Right.
At that point, they can't even see it. You could explain to them all day long.
Wait, would that fall under the definition of ignorance?
No, ignorance is not knowing.
Okay.
Right? You could be ignorant to something because you simply don't know it. But when someone tells you it, then you could easily now not be ignorant, right? You can,
Right.
I got the answer now. Okay. A stupid person won't accept that answer. And this is where you get the term, I know you know this one, cognitive bias.
Wait, I don't think I've ever heard anyone use that term.
Cognitive bias. That's when an individual refuses to accept something that goes counter to what they think they know.
Oh, that's what that means?
Mm-hmm. And you see people do this all the time. You give them a fact and they go, what?
No.
You show them a study and they go,
No.
That I don't know how true that is. Right? They may just do everything to ignore what you're saying. That's a cognitive bias, and that's where they're consciously, their cognition, right?
Right.
Unwilling to accept anything contradictory to what they already believe.
Oh. Okay. Oh my God, that perfectly explains every conversation I had with that coworker for FedEx.
Bro, they putting out FedEx videos right now. I should show you some of them. I think you'd love it.
Wait. What are they about? What, how they abuse their workers?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I thought you would love those videos.
They should put another video out or someone that works there, or I should, about how many workers just don't report anything. Like, it's not that they feel scared to, they just don't ever think about it. One is they don't ever let them really know about, like,
it's the environment.
OSHA, about
Let me tell you a secret. I'm gonna tell you a secret to control and hypnotize any person. And you don't have to be a hypnotist to do these things. You just need to follow these 3 elemental rules. Rule or element 1, authority. You must appear as an authority figure. And how we can do that is many ways: through special clothing, If I pulled up behind you and said, "Pull over, the police," would you stop?
Yeah.
No, because you wouldn't. I'm not the cops.
Oh,
If some
wait,
random guy just came up behind you and started waving his finger, going, "I'm the cops, pull over."
Oh, no.
What's wrong with this guy? Well, what happens when you see a black and white police car, white light, the red and flashing lights, and the guy gets at the car and he's got the police uniform on and the badge and the gun and the nightstick? What happens?
Immediately, I feel inferior and to listen to whatever they say.
That's called special clothing, right? Because before he ever says anything to you, right, the clothing tells you everything, right? And now, so you have to understand authority and how they do this. Churches do this, right? Churches use hypnotic modalities. Why? When you go into church, what's one of the first things when you see when you walk into a church? High ceilings.
Right. I was going to say murals.
Sometimes they got incense going, right?
Yeah.
Stained glasses with bright colors and shapes and all. Because sometimes it's not a picture of a person; it's just wild shapes, right? Candles, right? The guy comes out, the priest comes out. What's he wearing? Is he just dressed like you and me? No, he's got his special clothes on, right?
Right.
And what else is going on? He says what? What's another sign that shows you that puts him into authority over you?
He's at a podium.
There you go, a podium. And a podium's usually what?
For special.
Up high.
Okay.
Right? A person that usually, when you look at podiums and places like that, they're not on the level of the ground. They're on a stage, right?
Okay.
So it's above you, right? So you're looking up and they're looking down. You see the authority setup?
Right. I was going to say that sense of authority.
Right. Another thing they do to control your environments is what? Do they make comfortable benches for you to sit on in churches?
No.
They make it hard, right? Compliance. And what do? They make you stand up and sit down. This is the same theoretically as what? Kneeling.
Oh.
Right. You see? Okay. So that's element one. Now, where do we find element one? In everything. Go into a hospital. Right? The environment is well controlled, right? They want to control the environment. When you go in there, everything on the wall is representing the hospital. You see pictures of nurses and doctors standing there smiling, right?
Right.
No problem. You see the doctors standing there smiling. You look, everything on the TV is what they want you to watch, right?
Right.
It feels very sterile. They don't paint the walls colorful. But now if you go to the children's ward, what do you see?
Colors.
Right?
Boys. Yeah.
You see, that's in controlling the environment, right? Scripting the environment, correct? Okay. Element two is what? They got to have a doctrine, a paradigm, or some sort of translogic. Now, what's that? A doctrine, we can call one of those real easy, right? A doctrine is the Bible. Something written by authority that massive people read, right?
Right.
Harry Potter. Believe it or not, right?
Yeah.
It's doctrine for that, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you don't have a doctrine, that's where you get into people like Tony Robinson. They have a paradigm. And a paradigm is going to do what? The reason for two is to what? Satisfy your need for logic and reason. So what do? They tell you a story. I was just like you. Didn't have anything. But then I learned this thing. I traveled to a great land. I learned from a great, right?
Right.
And by the end, they're telling you, you can do this too, right?
Okay, wait, so that's a paradigm.
Right.
Okay.
So a paradigm provides a logic or reason that satisfies your need for it. Like, what is this about? Why would I do this? Right.
Mm-hmm.
When somebody and you go, oh, that makes sense. Now you're hooked, right? You're in. And translogic is simply bullshit. Something somebody tells you that works in the moment, right? But as soon as you think about it or research it, it's not true. It falls apart.
Okay.
Right? And we see translogic all the time with street hustlers, right? Con men, right?
Yeah. I was gonna say what like the dude said in the other video for the first one, like low self-help stuff.
Exactly. You see what they use? They use a paradigm, right?
Right.
They don't have a doctrine because they're not an authority established yet where it has a mass following.
Right.
And what's number 3? Overload. Number 3 is overload. They want to overload and overstimulate. And the reason for the overload and what they want to do, number 3 is to make you feel something. Right? Think about those people that go to those things. They make you walk across the coals. You'd be like, yes. Oh my God, my life has changed. I did it. You what? You felt something.
Yeah.
Right? We did the Sedona stuff, and I'm like, go ahead and check and see how that feels now. And you go, oh my God, it's gone. It works. It's gone. Make you feel something. So you see why those 3 is important? Those are 3. And that if you can't do 2 by itself and think it's gonna work.
Right.
You have to have all 3.
Okay.
Now you're gonna see it show up everywhere.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I just learned a lot in New Jersey.
You're gonna see it show up everywhere. You're gonna start seeing social media people do it, streamers do it. All these people selling you something, telling you that they got some, let's say, course or learn all the AI stuff that they have, right? Whatever it is they're offering you, watch what they do. They're going to set up their authority, and that's one-upmanship. Going to one-up you, right? And how do we do that? Remember how we do that? Being over them, right?
Right.
Special clothing, right? Just by the doctor coming in with scrubs, you don't feel comfortable telling him he's stupid.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Right?
I would say you feel that just from the moment you go up to the reception area, and then you have to wait, and then walk through a special door behind their counter that you can't access to some back room that's specifically for the doctor, and then they come in.
You nailed it. That's another one. Special areas where no one else is allowed to go.
Right.
This is all a part of that, and controlling the environment, controlling what's happening. Right? And that's what puts you in. What is this to do? What is this hypnotic modality? What is a hypnotic modality? It's any kind of mental exercises or practices that causes a shift in your belief system and causes it to change. Knowing that, how many things are hypnotic modalities? Right? Everybody trying to get you to believe something. All right. So you still there? I don't know if you still with me.
Yeah, no, I'm still with you.
All right. I'm gonna get back to the video. I'll let it run. You tell me when to stop, okay?
Okay.
This is avoidance coping. Karen Honey broke this down. When anxiety feels unmanageable, people will create order in a completely different area to compensate for disorder in the areas they terrified to touch. Translation: you not organized, you selective. I was productive as hell in public and cluttered as hell in private. I could build systems, schedules, offers, hire team members, honor my calendar, but there were conversations I would not finish. Grief I would not process. Attachments I refused to clean out because they once felt familiar. I kept souvenirs of pain like they was collectible. That is how trauma hides. Not loud, not dramatic. It hides in stuff you keep telling yourself you might need one day. Old relationships, old identities, old coping mechanisms, old excuses that worked when you was younger and terrified. Mary White and Calkins talked about the self-needing coherence. When parts of your life stay unintegrated, they don't disappear. They leak, they bleed, they show up as procrastination, irritation, fatigue, self-sabotage. Translation, the mess you avoid will eventually redecorate your future without accent. And here's the part that made me sit stiller than lip filler. You can't build a new version of life while hoarding an old version of yourself. At some point, organization requires grief. You gotta let some people go. You gotta throw some shit away. You cannot Marie Kondo trauma by thanking it and putting it back on the shelf. I realized my progress kept stalling, not because I lacked discipline, but because I refused to clean everything. I wanted selective order. A prosperous life don't do partial renovation. That is the standard I'm bringing into 2026 and beyond. We not moving messes around no more. We either clean it or admit we scared to touch it. You cannot event plan your way through existence. Them rooms full of junk, them extras left under the table, them items you fail to return will eventually take up so much space you won't be able to breathe. Time to stop performing organization while chaos lives rent-free in the back of your mind. 2026 and beyond is about spring clean. No room unfinished, no stone unturned. All of them. Because if you don't clean it out this year, you're going to be singing the same song in 2027. Different tempo, same lyrics, bars. Another fact, ain't no such thing as casual date. Ain't nothing casual about the risks. Venereal diseases, pregnancy, mental instability, false accusations, jealous exes. The list go on like fake lashes. Your brain's tendency to underestimate risks when the immediate reward feels good is called optimism bias. Whether it's a one-night stand or you think she might be the one, either way, you making a long-term decision using short-term thinking. Bodies remember, nervous systems attach, situations compound. Mary Ainsworth showed us this through attachment theory. Repeated, intimate contact without clarity trains the nervous system to bond and detach at the same damn time. That creates confusion, not freedom. Translation, you teaching your body to crave connection while practicing abandonment. Bars, and the cost shows up later. Trust issues, hypervigilance, emotional numbness you swear came out of nowhere. Oh, you didn't fall into that. You rehearsed it to perfection. Here go the part nobody likes hearing. If you don't define the interaction, the consequences will define you. Bars. If you grown enough to touch somebody, you grown enough to think past tonight. Bars again. Speaking of the one, if you out here looking for the one, please stop. When it comes to partnership, give up on hunting for the one. That's just a misleading fantasy. It sounds romantic, but it sets you up for failure. What you should be looking for is the worth. And let me be clear, every partner is gonna put you through some shit. Trigger you, mirror you, make you uncomfortable. That part is guaranteed. The only real question is whether what they bring to your life is worth the cost of admission. By worth, I mean measurable impact. I don't wanna hear she make me happy. Happiness is a mood. Moods expire. I don't want to hear she needed help. You ain't FEMA. I want to hear she makes me healthier. Mentally, physically, emotionally. Not she gaslights me and calls it communication. I want to hear she helps.
Come on, you gotta say something. That must have hit you hard. That must be rocking your brain cells right now, bro. Come on now. That's the truth right there.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of us men out here like, oh, I gotta get this woman, the perfect woman. I gotta find my mate. I gotta find my and that's, you know, I speak to people, Talib, and I ask them, well, what is love? I ask them to define love to me, and you know, I'm gonna tell you, no one has defined love to me. You know, if they've given me a list of demands,
Right.
Because they don't even know what that word means. Love is something that you have to define, right? And if you don't define it, someone's going to define it for you.
Yeah.
You know, and I just love what he said about running out here. I used to be that guy. I gotta find the one. You here because of that.
No, I was thinking about that in terms of tea. I've never thought about it like that. And it just made me thinking back to experiences like, maybe I had more there than I thought because I was fixated on the definition of the one. Like I like the fact that don't use happiness as like that's a mood expired. I knew that already. I didn't apply for that.
Right.
So it is kind of like maybe start looking at things like. I think a lot of us have a lot more than we think because we're putting these lists of demands and things on looking for this based on our definition of it. That's already not really accurate. You don't see what's in front of you.
Right. You can't see what's in front of you if you're focused on your past and a future that hasn't happened yet.
Right.
Right. And I just wanted to pause it because I'm like, you guys say something on that, man. He hit it too hard on the head, man. I think all of us could take a good lesson from that, no matter where we think we are in our journey. That's a good refresher. Like, hey, what are you doing here, man? I'm not where I want to be yet. Right. I want, and it ain't about taking somebody, it's really about getting that self together and getting in tune with yourself and loving you. You know what I mean? Loving being, it's not like these women be hollering, well, I'm alone and I will just stay alone because I'm happy.
Yeah.
No, when you lay into your purpose and love your life, meaning the work you do, you feel what I'm saying? It's not work to you, right? Your existence is something you love to wake up to, and you're doing what you enjoy to do. Guess what you're gonna find there, right? You're gonna find people.
Right.
And those people are going to be into what you're going to meet a woman that's into that. But you're never going to find her at a gas station. You feel what I'm saying? You taking a chance at a bus stop.
Yeah, look for it at any moment.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm looking for something, then I'm not focused on what I should be doing. Right. And that only not focused on it because there's something the key, Tully. When we don't believe we're good enough, right?
Right.
We'll do everything to get around that and to avoid it. Because whenever we look at it, we address it, right? And we end up moving forward and we get shown that we can do it. But then that familiar comes back, and I don't care if you say that. I don't know what come after that. We're going right back to the beginning.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say when I went to Hawaii, that definitely showed me that.
Oh yeah, one day we'll have you come up here and talk about Hawaii. Just the difference in culture.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my God. Way more Japanese people than I thought.
I don't know. I kept telling you what. It's nothing but Japanese people there. It's amazing. And not to say that like some racist weirdo.
No,
but
it was
when you say it out loud and you're not Japanese, it feels sort of racist.
I guess. But then I think like that's exactly how they talk about the racists.
Yeah, it is because they're racist. That's what it is, man. They're not racist, but they're prejudiced. It's fair to say that. Or they at least never gone beyond their structural understanding of ethnicity.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say you could call it any one of those actions that you said. It's definitely they do that always. Like if you're just Japanese, then anything they say, like it could come off racist.
Right. But hey, before we go, I'm about to put that on real quick. We'll finish that out. We'll end it. But I just want to let everybody know, hey, what's your Discord?
Oh, here.
Put your Discord in the chat and just let everybody know where they can come follow you at. My son is a professional gamer and fighting gamer, and he also teaches. So anybody out here that wants to get better because you suck at first-person shooters, please visit him. He's much like me. He's mastered the science and skills and found the best ways to get things done. You can check his records, bro. He's on the boards, on these tournaments and competitions, man. He wins. He's no joke. He's starting to step into his power right now. So you're about to see a lot more of him in that circuit because he's vicious. He got those weird twitch reflexes and stuff. So he's borderline mathematically accurate with that. That's all I'll say that as. But hey, look, Tully, just say your Discord out loud too. I just want you to say it and put it in the chat too, man.
That's what I was doing right now.
Tell them a little bit about what you do with the gaming stuff, man.
For teaching it, or
for teaching. Before we get back to the thing, but I want them to know that you teach. You give lessons. You're gonna leave a link in the Discord where people can find you if they want to get with you, have a lesson. You know what I'm saying? You reasonably priced, you awesomely I think you actually going too is too cheap, right? You should be charging way more. So y'all better need to go get at him now before he realizes he can be charging you way more money and get all that juicy knowledge that you can from him. But tell them where they can find you on the Discord.
So for here, I'm trying to see. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to. It won't let me actually type in the chat or anything. But if you play Treasury, then my actual Discord to add is Norman fucking J, which is the greatest section that I ever lived.
Norman fucking Jaden.
You would understand that there's no other opinion. Norman J best. Here, I'm trying to type it in, but it won't let me. I think I'm just gonna put it in and go. But yeah, competitive, like what we one shooters, I mean, when 5v5, like 6v6, that are kind of like most like Marvel, Overwatch. I used to play a lot like Legends and Smite. If Smite was relevant, I could definitely tell anyone who's thinking better at that type of archetype of the game. I could do that easily, and then like lessen the money playing at the time breaks. I talk about Smite. Literally, like within 3 months, that's the highest level playing people that were on convention teams. That's actually the only ever played that. I stopped playing that because I got bored with it all the time. I don't. Yeah, no, that's never happened. I think I'm a little bit we got canceled because if there was still actual competitive for that and shut down servers, I would have done that already. But Marvel Rivals, I play that a little more now. Anything competitive like that that has objective based like objectives, I'd say are my best. I think for teaching, I put on Marvel Rivals. Any Souls game, if you want to coach in that. I never knew people actually looked up coaches for those games. But
dude, that kid can speed run. He does everything, unlock everything. He's dead in there, the naked man with the helmet, with the hat.
Which one?
I forget dude's name who did that crazy speed run butt naked in the game.
Just we did the I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
You remind me of him.
Yeah, he I think he's talking about the Jarhead.
Yes.
The lady boss fight. Which I agree when Elden Ring came out. That was definitely the hardest boss fight they've ever made. And it didn't even have like 3 or 4 phases like Dark Souls 3 DLC bosses.
Mm-hmm.
But he came because he put up a summon sign for everybody, and he just started beating the boss for them, like consistently. And that's literally the reason he got famous. And then he did it again when the second Elden Ring or first Elden Ring DLC came out, which I can really. I wouldn't say that was hard. That was cheap. If you know that boss was cheap.
And if you guys are into fighting games, like I said, he's been in the esports and Level Up and all of that. So he's a master like Guilty Gear and Street Fighter and Tekken and all of them, really. If he doesn't do a lot of Mortal Kombat, but that's because he doesn't like the 50-50 system in it.
Oh yeah, and if you start getting into fighting games and learning, or if you start taking this teaching course, you'll realize very quick from what I've seen in the beginning that any fighting game with a 50-50 grab, that's already bullshit. It's not fair. You're gonna notice that a lot of fighting games like. It's not big combos that move around. It's paying attention to the pattern and thought process of what your opponent is doing, and then just knowing free which is just playing the game. You start looking at the beginning of learning fighting, you'll already notice that you're better than like half the people playing.
Well, why are 50-50s not fair?
They're not fair to strict guess. So a lot of fighting against situations, especially in the corner, or if it is 2D, like Street Fighter,
Right.
or combat, it's very easy to get in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And especially in Mortal Kombat, since they have fireballs that cover high and low, which is stupid. It literally means you have to sit there and just get it, know when you're going to go out and dodge it, which is damn near impossible online. So eventually you're going to get stuck in the corner, and you're going to have a button string or a sequence of buttons that allows you to press a button afterwards. And if you press something, you'll get punished. That's the simplest way to win.
That's wild.
Or so
no, keep explaining this. I want you to share this.
So after that sequence, what makes the 50-50 cheap is that when you do that, you can either continue, back up, or bait them, or just throw them. So on top of guessing after the positive block string, what they're going to do, let's say you guess wrong and you get thrown or grabbed in Mortal Kombat, now you have to guess again if they're going to throw you forward or backwards. And if you don't, you just get thrown and take a lot of damage. So it's literally only in Mortal Kombat, it's literally you have to guess two 50-50s or just two straight raw guesses in a row. That is impossible to accurately guess right every time.
Wow.
The second guess is just it's a straight guess. Right? There's no way to. I mean, you can use whatever logic you want. Just don't think you're like accurate guesses. It's not possible.
And this is why y'all need to hit him up if you want to step up your fighting game, your first-person shooting skills, or just your common logic and gaming altogether. If you are into those Souls type games, he done dungeon crawled every single one of them, you know. So, and I know this for a fact. So, yeah, I just wanted to share that. Hey, look, I'm gonna share a little bit more of this video, Talib, and then we could call it a night. And yeah, and I'm gonna come back tomorrow. We just keep going. But I just wanted to share a little bit what you have going on.
One thing I want to share real quick. If you want to learn Marvel Rivals, I would definitely be up for that, because I feel like I want to get the word out for that. Like, I should definitely start teaching what I know with that, because a lot of people who play objective team-based like Marvel Rivals or Overwatch, it's the same thing. They never think about playing as a team. I feel like a lot of people get narrow-minded, and they start focusing on one thing really hard in the game, like either their accuracy or whatever they're trying to do with their character, and completely forget that you don't have to actually ever pop off in the game, and as long as you play with team around the objective, you will always the only time it starts feeling difficult is when you're actually playing another group of 5 people or 6 people on Rivals that are actually communicating and playing together. Like the little moments, like a healer just looking in the back line. They know they have a DS that dives, so they know to make sure to pay attention whenever they dive, so that they don't die. It just looks like they're going in and dying intentionally. Because the archetype of character doesn't allow them to really survive past their engage.
So I think that's why you should really, like, people should hit you up for it, because you explain it from a much more engaging place. You know, like you sort of explain, okay, this is why this works and this is why it don't. You give a good explanation, and then you know how to train somebody to work on that, to make it better. And that's why I see a lot of people don't do. They're not really good at making other people better.
Yeah. I think there's a famous. He was like the high-ranking player in Overwatch or Flats. He does a lot of like ranking people's gameplay or just spectating from Marvel Rivals. I do like that he actually breaks down specifically in the replay that you did what you do. But one thing I've noticed is he doesn't really keep this simple and focus on the one thing that actually will make your game better, regardless if you have a mechanical skill or not. Because he likes to play something like one thing I do agree that no one else has said that he does say, you don't have to have good mechanical skill to win this game. Like I said, you don't ever have to pop off, and as long as you play with your team, you'll win your game. A lot of times it's the ego of people playing the game, and I think it's just gaming culture in general now. Like, a lot of people don't like to get on the mic and just make friends and work as a team.
That's true.
Like,
but then there's still those guys on those teams. They still end up with like 50 kills, man.
Yeah.
So if you could get them to that 50 kill play, I think they wouldn't even care.
Oh no, yeah. I could definitely do that, especially if you play a magic or dive character. That it's so easy. I could definitely show you just having awareness for yourself. If you don't want to focus on the team stuff, 95% of players are blind ads. Literally. You can test this right now if you want to. Whoever's listening, the next Marvel Rivals game you play, just play somebody that dies. Go around the corner and just wait. Just watch people and pull your camera to see around the corner. And notice how many people never check their corners or even pay attention that you're thinking. And just go in and kill their back because no one ever pays attention. Those are the moments I'm saying if your teammates are paying attention to you doing that, that alone will start winning like after.
Wow.
You're not going to find that difficult or counterplay to again play another group of people that are actually paying attention to you again. Like they go to the point and say, guys, there's 5 people here, that's 6 versus the other person.
There you go. That's hard right there. I tell you, dude know what he's doing, man. But okay. All right. Remember, check him out on Discord. He's gonna be on here more often. And we're gonna try to get some of his videos up. I want to maybe start a couple shows with him just going in on somebody. That'd be fun. But I'm gonna go ahead and push play on this for a minute. We'll get back into it a little bit, go over some of what he's saying, and then we're gonna call it a night, guys.
Oh, did you still want to talk about the Stranger Things?
I don't know if we're gonna get to that tonight because I'm gonna be back in the morning too. So you know, hey, we're gonna get as much up as we can.
Can we bring up the will thing? Just one topic of it.
What?
Can we bring up the will part at the end?
You want the will part? You want to talk about it now?
Yeah, instead of talking about the whole finale.
What did you want to say about the will thing and Stranger Things?
I actually this is the one time. Basically, what you said to me the other day on the phone, that I'm actually happy that a lot of people watched this and were like, that was not good at all. Like, the one thing they tried to hype up for basically since half of the 5th season, 4th season. Yeah, 4th season. The will coming out was like, one, you're telling this to an entire group of people that have already known and have been clowning you, half of them, your whole childhood basically on this show, and it just didn't make any sense why that was supposed to be like a moment. I guess I don't know. Like anyone I've talked to about it, no one has liked that part. They've actually everyone I've talked to thought that was stupid. like
well, I wonder, have you spoke to any gay people about that scene?
I have. The main thing that they said was why did it get hyped up to a group of people that already knew, like explicitly knew he was gay already. It wasn't even like
well, they thought nobody ever had a conversation about it.
Oh yeah. No. I mean, basically, his brother definitely. I say is the only.
Well, his brother had a conversation with him in season 4, but indiscreet. You know.
Yeah, it was hinting at it.
Yeah, we knew. But he knew. I think the timing was the worst part about that whole thing. It was like, bro, you know, we're in the middle of the end of the world, is already 17 plot holes, and you gonna make me think about those plot holes while this guy confesses his sexuality in the 80s. And then another thing, it didn't make any sense. It's the 80s. Why nobody clowned him or make a joke, like even a friendly joke?
Right.
Because everybody back then was sort of like tough skinned and just like that, you know. So where was that at, you know? And why was Callie there? She doesn't even know him.
I took half your reactions. Well, everyone's except Callie's. The way they were looking, like super serious, but confused. Like, why are you telling us this?
You know why they look like that? Because it took 12 hours to shoot that scene.
Oh,
and you've been on set, so
yeah. That was exhaustion. That was
they probably like, yay, you're gay.
Yeah.
Is that a wrap, guys? Thank you. I'm gone. 12 hours of that. He's sitting there crying and monologuing. I just want you to know I like milkshakes like you and cheeseburgers like you. And like, where are you going? What is this? What is this?
Yeah, it did. And yet, like you pointed out before in other conversations we had, I think Will, not Will, Mike was the only other one that was the closest to explicitly just telling him you were gay. Like, if out of anybody or everybody, him alone should have been the one that you know 100% he knows you're gay. He practically literally told you before you stormed off in the rain in an emotional tantrum.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, like, but like that's such a small, like, even let's just say we don't harp on the gay thing.
Yeah.
Let's just say he does that. Does that make any other of the plot holes make sense?
Oh no.
It doesn't move the story one way or another. The only reason it's even being discussed is because there's this whole political climate and atmosphere about, you know, homosexuality and gay rights. When gay people have had rights now for many years now, it's not a new concept, right? So it just felt like you were beating a dead horse. That's something you probably should have did in season 4. It's a little late to try to take us on his coming out at this emotional arc when all of us just know that the upside down is no longer a dimension, it's a damn planet. What? Everything's way more dangerous.
I love the fact that, and I didn't realize this.
I don't really want to go too deep into this.
Oh yeah,
because I would like to have the video, and I'm going to end up talking about this for a while. Like, we're not going to do this. This is not a short conversation at all.
Yeah,
at all. This is 5 seasons of build up to, this is Game of Thrones level bullshit shenanigans right now. That's what we're doing here. Like, obviously they got a better deal, and they was like they was like Stranger Things. Dumber things. We're out of here, bro. Peace.
But the fact that they got to the sky and now there's no other monsters in this dimension.
Yeah, that's one of the glaring holes, you know. Like, sure, that's one of them. There's many. How did they get down?
I don't know. I guess the heroes at that point it's not important.
It's not. Where'd the military go? Why they all just disappeared? Why the military didn't chase them up there? How come the military didn't know about it? And we know that Brenner notes was there, and the only way the Brenner notes could be there is if they were already over here.
Why was this all of us listed on some Metal Gear Solid status?
I don't know. Why was the book open on the page of the wormhole like that was the last thing he was looking at? Yet and still, not one season did they ever mention a wormhole. When did it just get a wall? See, I don't want to do this right now.
Right.
It's just going to go bad because I'm just going to keep going and going because there's no end to the when you let ChatGPT write your $300 million TV shows finale, this is what you get.
Oh, we're definitely using them in AI to make our cover art for anime. For the new episodes coming up, or
Bro,
series.
you're just gonna start realizing sooner and sooner. Oh wait, they've been using they not just start doing nothing. AIs, they've been using it. You ain't know about it like that before, so they got a long way with it because you thinking artists did it, but they didn't. They didn't. These why them five guys getting fired.
Oh yeah, no, the last one I saw was the most egregious one. Like it literally looked like some of the cards that we made for the Naruto game.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can clearly tell an AI made that because first of all, the character looks like a woman and that's a guy. And nowhere in the episode or art style does it show it change like that. And it's on the cover art. Like it clearly looks like an AI.
Oh, they took the cheap way because other ways you didn't know. Like people don't know. You can't know until you know. It's like some of these videos today. You know what I mean? Like some of them are AI, some of them are real. Until you find out it's AI, then you look back at it and you go, "I can see it now." But before you was exposed to that, we don't know how many things we looked at and thinking that's regular. Right? They've been doing it for a minute now. And they got good. And the models that we're using to make things aren't the one that Hollywood's not using Sora too. They're not using Sora too. They're not using Nano Banana.
They're using something.
They're using something that they haven't legally sold to us yet.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like 8K televisions. You know what I mean? I remember being on the set and seeing an 8K television, and I was like, it's just like looking at life. And I'm like, how much is this television, this monitor? They're like, oh, this monitor, $85,000. Oh, nobody's gonna. Now you can buy an 8K TV for like $10,000.
Wait, really? I don't know why I'm like what you're saying.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with the once they get something better, then they'll give us their old Hollywood AI movie maker.
Yeah, and that's when you pretty much just or already know that they're on to the next one.
Yeah, we'll know they're on to the next one.
Right.
Because you got to think about it. Like, you go all the way back to that Secret Invasions. It's like, that's where everybody thought AI would never be good. Remember?
Are you talking about the series?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That opening was AI.
Yeah, and I remember so that.
And that's why it shifted. But they got that they could get away with it because, you know, scrolls or shapeshifters.
No, they did not. A lot of people pointed that out.
They sure did. Now they got the good stuff. Well, look, this has been, well, I was going to play some more video, but I do know we got to get up out of here. I guess we could come back to that video tomorrow, finish it off. There's another one I did yesterday showing this was just my review of this video. And today, since I had my son on here with me, I wanted him to check it out and get his feedback on it. But as you see, we went somewhere else because this is also with the House of Strange Productions. We also talk about films, movies, games, stuff like that. But it went naturally, organically another direction. But we're going to call it a night. We're going to wrap this one out. And I want to thank everybody for joining, and being a part of it. Please leave a comment after the video is ended, after the live is ended, and a share and a like. Hit the like button. And Talib left his Discord in the comment section. So go down there, get in the Discord, join his Discord. They be in there, they be chopping it up. So, you might make some new friends. And I want to say thank everybody for joining me. Anything you want to say before we get out of here?
I was going to say I would make PSN too under the Discord.
Oh, I can see it right here in the chat section. Yep. There we go. Anything else?
No, just thank you for having me. I think I'm trying to see if I can connect it. Okay, no, I can't. No, just yeah. If you want to learn anything about learning Souls games, competitive MOBAs, fighting games especially. That's what I wanted to say from earlier. If you want to learn just to how to compete more, not actually had experience with it, I could definitely do that too. Like if you don't want to learn how to play, you already do play, you want experience or tips like competing in a tournament. One thing I can say, just start competing online. Anything free, just sign up. My dad was trying to tell me for the longest time, but I understand now. The more experience you have, eventually you're just going to start getting better and having some level of confidence that's just going to allow you to play differently. That you're not going to get unless it's just like don't go in there thinking about winning. Last time I did that, I sabotaged myself top 8.
There you go. And he was smashing them too. I was there. I got stuff from camera when he was smashing people, man. That was some. Don't worry, we're gonna put that video out too, so you could just watch people go as he demolishes very popular competitive gamers who are known. It's funny. It's funny to see their face, man. And I'm repping as pops there, like, yeah, that's it, yeah, what? And they, they a little shy because I guess they pops wasn't there going like, what? I'm up in there like, yo, I got the big camera, like, look at him, he's whooping on him.
I felt the silence from the first one. I think every game was literally less than a minute. I beat him every round like less than 20 seconds. And that was to put the bracket together.
Yeah, he smashed that. That was
smashed.
He got in there and smashed that dude. It was like he do them combos that go on for like 20 moves. You'd be like, dang, man, I don't like playing Dragon Ball. Wait, it's not fair. It's not fun. It's not. I'm not at that competitive level where he's But anyway, that's our show for tonight. It was great. It's wonderful. Hey, check it out. We'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow. Son, if you want to come join, you're welcome to join me. I'll let you know we're going live. And if you want to jump in, you'll see him again tomorrow. But for now, I want to thank you. And just remember, I'm not here to teach. I'm only here to remind you. All right, guys, take it easy.